Welcome to the show. Today we're diving into a recent move by GameSquare, partnering with Katana to mix up their on-chain presence and, boost their DeFi earnings.
Absolutely. It's a fascinating synergy between esports and blockchain innovation.
Right, so GameSquare, which many of you know for its ties to major entertainment and esports brands like FaZe Clan, is now stepping further into the crypto realm. They've tapped into Katana's DeFi ecosystem to not only diversify, but also to get some solid yield streams on their Ethereum holdings.
And that's pretty interesting because they're leveraging blockchain, which is still evolving in terms of practical use for such large-scale entertainment companies.
Exactly. What's cool is that this collaboration isn't just about holding assets. It's about using those assets in intentional ways. For example, GameSquare's treasury recently expanded, increased by 150%, going from $100 million to $250 million. That shows they're really betting on crypto as a core part of their revenue mix.
And I understand they allocated roughly $40 million of that to Ethereum and even picked up a CryptoPunk NFT for over $5 million. Quite the aggressive move, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. It's like they're saying, hey, we're not just dabbling, we're doubling down. And then there's the role of Dialectic, a specialist blockchain asset manager that's going to put part of those assets to work within Katana's DeFi infrastructure.
Right. Dialectic is set to allocate a slice of GameSquare's Ethereum treasury into yield generation channels. It's pretty smart because it means the assets are actively earning, not just sitting idle. Person 2. Yeah.
Exactly, and they're looking at several mechanisms. There's chain-owned liquidity, which ensures that liquidity pools are more stable. Then there's VaultBridge Ethereum yield routing, which is all about optimizing returns. And, they're even exploring yield from U.S. Treasury-backed stablecoins.
Yep. It's like having multiple revenue streams from a single treasury, right? But doesn't that also introduce complexities?
Sure. Complexities do exist. But it's like, having a diversified portfolio. You're not betting everything on one play. You're spreading the risk while also targeting different yield opportunities.
Definitely an interesting approach. And what about the mutual benefits mentioned in the release? I recall that Katana will get a boost from GameSquare's creative and marketing channels.
Right. The partnership is structured to benefit both sides. GameSquare helps Katana reach a broader audience by leveraging its established networks in esports, media, and entertainment. So while GameSquare unlocks yield on their crypto assets, Katana gets some serious brand exposure.
That kind of cross-industry collaboration can really accelerate both partners' growth, right?
Exactly. It's almost like a win-win scenario. You have an entertainment giant with a massive audience opening the door for a DeFi platform to gain mainstream traction, kind of like the dynamic duo of blockchain and esports, if you will.
Yeah, I can see why this move is getting attention. But do you think there are any downsides or risks to, blending these worlds so closely?
That's a fair question. Now, while the strategic diversification of revenue streams is appealing, the integration of blockchain tech into entertainment isn't without potential pitfalls. There are market volatility and regulatory factors to consider. Still, diversifying like this can be a good hedge against those risks if managed carefully.
Right, and given that the board increased their investment capacity so dramatically, they seem pretty confident.
Absolutely. A 150% increase. That's not a modest step. It's a full-on leap, and it shows a strong commitment to staking their claim in the digital asset space.
Right. And then there's the fact that they're not just relying on a single method of yield generation. It's a multi-pronged approach. Liquidity, yield routing, and stablecoins. It's like having many plays in your playbook.
For sure. And think about it, by using U.S. Treasury-backed stablecoins, they're introducing an element that's relatively low risk compared to the volatility of other crypto assets. It's almost like building stability into an otherwise fast-moving game.
I get that, but sometimes I wonder, isn't there a bit of overconfidence in assuming these diversified streams will always perform as expected? There's always unpredictability in these markets.
That's a valid concern. And while the infrastructure is robust on paper, implementations can run into snags. But if I were to bet, it's that GameSquare has the strategic foresight to manage those risks by partnering with seasoned experts like Dialectic and also having capital to spare for these experiments.
Yep. So, essentially, they're layering innovation on top of tried and true financial diversification strategies.
Yes, exactly. It's like a high-stakes, high-tech version of building a diversified investment portfolio, just with a geek twist involving NFTs and decentralized finance.
And on top of that, GameSquare is also deepening its roots in the blockchain realm by venturing into NFTs with their CryptoPunk acquisition. It's a signal that they're not shying away from what might be considered disruptive technology.
Precisely. That CryptoPunk move, although a small fraction of their overall treasury, sends an important message about their mindset on digital assets as art and status symbols, merging gaming with the broader NFT culture.
Yeah. This strategic positioning really shows they're tapping into creativity and technology simultaneously. It's a bold play, mixing financial growth with cultural influence, you know?
Yeah, it's almost like they're reinventing how companies in the esports and entertainment sectors can leverage blockchain. And let's not forget, they're working with industry participants like One of One AG, Goff Capital, and Robert Leshner, big names in the blockchain investment space.
Right. That collaboration mix adds credibility to the move. It's like they've assembled an all-star team, each bringing their expertise to the table.
Absolutely, and it also means there's a lot of layered expertise behind this project. On the one hand, you've got GameSquare with years of experience in entertainment, and on the other hand, you have blockchain specialists who know the ins and outs of yield generation and asset management.
I mean, doesn't that sort of bridge the gap between the creative and the technological? It's like merging two worlds that have been somewhat separate until now.
Yup, it's a clear fusion. And recently, there's been a ripple effect in the industry with other moves too. Think of WeMade's global launch of Legend of Ymir in esports, or Cefello's strides into esports sponsorship. The strategic landscape is really evolving.
Yeah, true. And, you know, the idea of using blockchain to empower companies traditionally not tied to finance is a trend that's like slowly gaining momentum.
Exactly. And this kind of evolution isn't just tech for tech's sake. It's about creating real value. For GameSquare, it's diversifying revenue streams. For Katana, it's about embedding DeFi into sectors that aren't just finance-centric.
It's almost a reimagining of what blockchain can offer beyond the typical cryptocurrency use cases. Though I do wonder if the traditional finance community will fully embrace these unorthodox mixes.
That's a good point. There will be skeptics, for sure, and rightly so. The regulatory landscape and market volatility pose challenges, but if they navigate these correctly, we'll likely see a robust model emerging that other companies could follow.
Yeah, and it's that innovative risk-taking that might just put them ahead, right? I mean, in a crowded digital asset space, proving that entertainment can seamlessly integrate these technologies is a huge win.
Absolutely. It's like they're setting a blueprint for future collaborations, a model where a company's creative power fuels tangible financial returns from DeFi.
Yet, as promising as this sounds, do you think there's a chance that such ventures might become overcomplicated or diluted over time as more partners join the fray?
That's a valid critique. When you mix so many advanced technologies and strategies, there's always a risk of overcomplication. However, both GameSquare and Katana seem to be cautiously approaching this, using measured steps and incremental integrations rather than a massive all-at-once overhaul.
Right. It will definitely be interesting to see how their strategies play out over the coming months, especially with market conditions fluctuating so much.
Indeed. And the fact that GameSquare's move also ties into their broader strategy, like those agency deals with the Anime Coin Foundation and Rect Brand, adds another layer of strategic diversification. They're not just relying on one trick.
That's a critical point. Their channeling of funds into various digital assets and platforms shows an intention to build a sort of ecosystem rather than isolated projects.
Yeah, exactly. And while the integration of such advanced financial instruments might seem daunting, it's honestly a necessary evolution as companies push to remain competitive in a digital-first landscape.
Indeed, I totally agree. And, it also emphasizes the growing importance of blockchain beyond just trading coins. It's now a business strategy tool.
Precisely. It's like an engine powering the next generation of growth. With these kinds of partnerships, we'll likely see more traditional companies adopt a hybrid model that defines future financial strategy.
And it's exciting to see the potential here. Merging esports, blockchain, and decentralized finance isn't just a novelty. It's a sign of where things might be headed in the coming years.
Exactly. It's both a challenge and an opportunity. The blend of creative marketing, technical innovation, and strategic asset management is creating a blueprint for future industry shifts.
Yes. Well, it's been a riveting discussion. I'm definitely curious to watch how this partnership evolves and what ripple effects it might have across both the blockchain and esports ecosystems.
No doubt about it. We'll be keeping an eye on GameSquare and Katana as they navigate this innovative space. Thanks for tuning in and engaging on this deep dive into blockchain's evolving role in entertainment and finance.
Thanks for the insights. Always a pleasure to break down such dynamic topics.